what's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we are talking football with Coach Don Crow with the Templeton Eagles. Coach, thanks for coming in.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
I haven't talked to you in a while since the end of last season.
Since the end of last season. It's been a while.
Right?
It's time to rock and roll again.
Yeah, so now you're all geared up for this season. You got everything. You got the fair's over, so now it is full steam ahead.
Yeah, so the fair's a long slug for me because I work it. You know, we actually start before the fair starts, so I was there 14 different days I was down there. So, but it's a good deal. I like it. I enjoy it. I get to see our kids do well. Yeah, it's a great community event. I mean, it's an amazing event. Especially when you're behind the curtain, so to speak, and see how it really works. There's so many moving parts. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I bet. Well, I mean, and a lot of changes of hats too happened this year.
Yeah. But as far as where I worked, it was the same crew we've had for like 8 years. So it was great in the horse shows.
Yeah.
We work all the horse events.
So, and then you had the rodeo that was
right, which is part of that, yeah.
Packed.
It's always
sold out.
We sold out 3 years in a row. Well, since COVID, the first year back after COVID, they didn't let us have stuff much in the big arena, so we had it in the small equestrian center. But since then, we've sold it out every year. Well, and it doesn't hurt what the sheriffs do. They've kind of dovetailed. I would say that they complement each other very well because they're far enough apart that it's not like, well, we just had a rodeo last week, and we do a little different events than they do a little bit, but they're very similar.
It's a little different draw, a little different.
Yeah, a little different, but it's awesome, and the community supports it great.
Yeah, I just think, like I said, the fair is just a big draw no matter what.
Yes,
it seems to be moving every year, earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
Seems.
Well, there's a couple reasons why, and I knew one of them, and then I found out this year the other one. It's the fair in Santa Maria, which is the Santa Barbara County Fair. Then there's a fair in Ventura, the Ventura County Fair in San Luis Obispo County. This is considered the San Luis Obispo County Fair, and we call it Mid-State.
Right.
It's a county fair. So they have a rotation, an order they use. And Santa Maria goes first, then us, and then Ventura. Well, I like to space it out so there's no overlapping. Mm-hmm. Well, the fair at Santa Maria has chosen to go a week earlier, I guess, than it used to in the past. This is what Colleen Bork has the CEOs tell me. So they allowed us to move up a little and not overlap them, and then at the end, it's not overlapping the other one. So it worked.
Because before it overlapped Salinas.
Well, the rodeo it would overlap the rodeo a little bit this year too, but it was more the county fairs that they were more worried about because of the agricultural district. There's a lot goes into it. But
yeah.
They didn't want to overlap county fairs because I guess they used to. The end of our fair overlapped with Ventura's, like a few days, and that was the original move up. And then she said the other one, which is more important in the money sense, is that there's usually better acts on the road in July than there are in August. She said that's traditionally. And so it makes it easier to get acts. Now, she said that's not always true every year, but if you keep moving your dates around, then it's hard to plan with booking agents to get people. Like one of the reasons they went earlier this year to get Cody Johnson.
And that was huge.
Oh, the thing? Yeah.
That was massive.
Oh, and then, and everybody, and it is funny, Colleen has on her wall, and I'm not going to spill any beans because I don't know how this works. What it is people that request acts, and so she keeps a list. So all you people that send stuff to the fair wanting acts, she has a list.
So
she has a list of people that people have requested.
So your voice is being heard.
Being heard, for sure, and their wish list. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to get any of them, but because I heard people all the time, they want Chris Stapleton. Well, Chris Stapleton was on the road with George Strait. Well, he was playing in L.A. Well, this is an obvious thing. I'm going to play in SoFi Stadium in front of 65,000 people at $100 a ticket or $150 a ticket. Or I can play in front of 15,000 people in Paso for the same price of ticket. Well, I think I'll go play.
Right.
So it was really, but they have to be touring and be in the Western United. The bands that people want have to be touring and have to be in the Western United States while their tour is going during those times. Or it's kind of, they're touring, but they're in Pennsylvania. They're playing in Philadelphia. Well, they're not coming out here for one trip and going back.
Right.
So there's a lot. I've learned so much about, like you said, being behind the curtain. I've learned so much about how they do stuff, and they're great people, and they work super hard at it. But yeah, so Cody Johnson obviously a sellout. John Party was pretty dang close, or was a sellout. Keith Urban was a good sell. Bailey Zimmerman was a big sell. And I know a lot of people want to go get some more classic rock bands, and they definitely want to do that too because there's big sellers. But yeah, it was the night of Cody Johnson. The fairgrounds itself was insanely packed, even outside. She goes, it might have been one of the biggest crowds at the fair they've ever had, ever.
I believe
just that many people in there.
I believe that.
She goes, it was awesome.
But now we got the fair's over.
Okay, fair's over. Let's go on to football.
Football
season.
So, Coach, let's talk about last season.
Okay.
So you guys finished up the season.
Yes, we lost at North in the playoffs.
What was your takeaway from last season coming into this season?
Couple things. Number one, we were super inexperienced on offense. Like when we played our first game of the year, I looked at we had one returning starter playing. So we had 10 new guys. And then we went through, we didn't have a lot of injuries. We had a couple little bangs where kids missed games, but it still was very much a growing process for those young kids, especially playing a sophomore quarterback. Defensively, we were pretty experienced, especially in the back end, linebacker DB. And those kids played really well. It was obvious, 7 of the 8 of them got to play in the All-Star game. Mm-hmm. So we had a ton of our seniors were back there. Our whole defense, both corners, both safeties, both corners, 1 safety, 3 linebackers, all got picked for the All-Star game. So obviously those kids were experienced and good players. This year we're just the opposite. You look out on offense, we're much bigger than we've been. Super experienced. Defensively, the back end, we got to replace 7 of the 8.
But let's stop right there. But so the season ends, you guys graduate how many seniors?
Last year, probably 20, around 20. 18,
okay,
20.
So almost a third of the team.
About, a little more than a third.
Okay. Yeah. So, but you retained a lot of the like you got Tannehill coming back.
Right, yeah.
6 foot,
220 pounds. He was weighed 220 yesterday.
Wow.
So, so we have 3 offensive linemen, 2 starting running backs, quarterback, one of our best receivers. So we have a big group of guys back on offense.
So what was the game plan after the season, knowing what you were going to be having coming back to prepare? What was your game plan for this season?
Number 1, get in the weight room, and we are the strongest we've ever been, top to bottom, that I've ever seen at Templeton. I mean, we've had individual stronger guys, but for a whole football team, I've never seen this. Our strength levels are way up. They worked really hard.
Now, are you spearheading the weight room,
yes,
or is it somebody?
Yeah.
Is it?
I do the weight
room. Okay.
Because it's a morning class, a 0-period class. And then we looked. We knew with what we had coming back that we needed to make some changes offensively, and to accentuate their abilities, get the best out of their abilities to fit what. Because we're high school, we don't get to recruit. Like you go to a college and they'll run the same offense every year because they can recruit players to fit their mold. We don't get that opportunity. When we lost it after your son's year graduated and that next year graduated and we lost that group of kids, we have 2 linemen off that team playing in Division I, starting. 1 at Cal Poly defensive end and 1 at Utah Tech at guard. So we had linemen. Well, we turn on the next year, we don't have a lineman over 200 pounds. Mm-hmm. So it's really hard to run that same stuff. So we went back to what we did years ago and run the wing T because it fit the kids. Well, now we have a 6'6" quarterback with a good arm. We have 2 pretty good running backs that are kind of interchangeable. We have that are completely different, but they're interchangeable in what we want to do. And our offensive line is 235, 235, 270, 250. So we haven't had that in years. So let's take advantage of those kids' abilities. So Coach Reynolds and I went to Missouri. The offensive coordinator at Missouri used to be at Fresno State, and he recruited this area and was at Fresno State, so we've known him for years. And they basically opened up like we were coaches from modern day. It was amazing. They just opened everything up for us. We went to practice, films, playbook, and we came back. We wanted to come back with basically 2 or 3 things that we could do easily with our kids that would really help, and we did. So it was worth every dime. And then defensively, I wound up meeting with their safeties coach who used to coach at Cal Poly. We talked about some coverage stuff, and he showed me something they do out of some things we'd been had challenged us, and it was great. And so the trip was worth it. And the kids.
So you're going to implement some new stuff.
Oh yeah, and the kids have all bought in. We did it. We had a great summer. We threw the ball a ton this summer, and just to get the new stuff in, and we're super excited about where we're at.
When was the last time that you had that power bull back?
Probably when we had Tyler Krzyzewski, a quarterback, obviously.
Yeah, he was a bull.
Yeah, ran for 1900
with the ball.
yards.
Yeah, 1900 yards
well, he's
quarterback.
pretty effective, yeah. But
I mean, that bull up the middle, I mean, you got it.
It's been a
you
while.
got a big, hefty line. It's like now you can really get some power.
Yeah, we're going to be good up front. And it's really nice because I was talking about the two running backs, Tyler Cunningham and Armando Soto, are complete. If you see them walking down the street, they're completely different. One's 6 foot, 195, 1,000-pound club lifter, super strong. Armando is, for his size, is really strong, but he's more of a scat back, really quick.
And he's quick and he's agile.
He's agile and he can cut and he sees things well. So we can put them both on the field and move them around to different spots. So we're pretty excited about that. Very excited about that.
How was the passing camps and all that for you?
We got
summer?
a lot better because it was new. A lot of stuff we were doing was new. And we're super, like I said, defensively, when we went to that first one at Fresno State, we were really young. I mean, we played Tulare Union, who's got 2 kids that are Division I wideouts corners. And to use the word exposed, they got indoctrinated to how good we have to get. And we got, from there to the end, in a month, we got a lot better. A lot better.
Now
So we're pretty excited.
Now you got, I mean, we're still talking football. So you've got a couple of the kids on the team, like Cunningham. He's
Correct.
got a scholarship now to Yale.
Yes. Well, because Yale is an Ivy League school, and they don't give athletic scholarships.
I didn't even know Yale had a football team.
Oh, they're the same division as Cal Poly. They came out here 3 or 4 years ago and beat Cal Poly.
Huh.
Yeah, they play in the FCS, which is Division I, the lower level Division I, but it's Division I. But they don't offer athletic scholarships. Well, like for example, their basketball teams in the Ivy League, if you win the league, you go to the NCAA tournament. And now in the football, if you win the league, you get to go play in the FCS playoffs with Montana State, Idaho, Cal Poly, Davis, North Dakota State, South Dakota. It's pretty good level football. It's really good level football. And so theirs are academic and need-based scholarships. Mm-hmm. But with his grades and all that stuff, yeah, I don't think it'll cost him to go to school there. Yeah,
That's awesome.
He had an offer from them and Columbia, and Harvard was talking to him pretty seriously.
Jeez.
But he liked Yale, and so he jumped on it and took it. So it's an amazing opportunity for a kid. Go to the Ivy League, play football, play a high level of football, get a phenomenal education. Yeah.
And that's what when I always talk to the kids about scholarships and stuff like that. It's like, nobody's going to go to the NFL. You're very small percentage.
Less than 1%.
But you utilize that scholarship as your vehicle for your career.
Right. So it's like Mason Barber's playing at Cal Poly. Cal Poly's doing a super smart thing. They're up their NIL game big. So they took him off scholarship, put him on NIL so they could give a scholarship to an incoming freshman, and he's making way more money than a scholarship. So he's going to play his 5th year, plays last year, got married and has a kid. They're paying for him to finish school, and he's putting money in his pocket every month, quite a bit.
That's
awesome. I could admit, when I was in school,
right?
when I was in college, I was making as much money as those guys. But
is that part of the new NCAA?
Right, it's all part of that.
It's all of that
the
stuff.
house settlement, the NIL, it's all part of that.
So now the students are making some money.
Oh yeah, the kids can make some money, and they put their coaches were here at spring practice. We're talking about how many seniors they were able to do that with. Hey, we're going to pay you more to go to school, but it's not a scholarship. But you're going to make more money doing it this way, and then you can.
It's just wild.
Oh, it has been the wild west till July 6th when they knew that new thing's coming in, which is going to help. We're going to kind of I don't want to say level the playing field, but give it some rules. Because it used to be, here's $1 million, go play college. Like Darren Mensah, who's from, went to San Luis High as a freshman, then went to St. Joe's. He was at Tulane, now he's at Duke. The rumor is they gave him $4 million to come play football at Duke. $4 million.
That's so crazy.
It's crazy. You would that 5 years ago they'd like that's so illegal. Now no, go ahead. That's the rumor out in the coaching world is they gave him $4 million.
How long before they drop down into high school?
Oh, it's happening.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Because
California allows it.
Really? Because you have tuition, high schools.
Right. It's
San Luis.
It's going to happen.
Interesting. Come play football here. We'll pay you.
Yep. It's happening.
That's so crazy.
There's modern day high school, which is the Bell Cal School of California for football, signed a deal with some company for $100,000 a year for $1 million deal. but I think it's over 7 or 8 years. But yeah, so much a year for their football program here. Here's money. So it's out there.
Now, what about Tannehill? You had mentioned
Coulter had a really good spring and summer. Went to some camps.
And he's an incoming junior.
Northern Arizona, which is in Cal Poly's leads, already offered him a full ride, and he hadn't even played his junior year. So that's a start. He threw at Fresno. He had a really good camp at Fresno. He went to this thing called QB Universe, and he won whatever contest he had there. So he was voted the #1 quarterback there. He went to the Manning Passing Academy where there's 1,400 quarterbacks, and he did real well there. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to Coulter having a really good year. Does
the colleges contact you for the kids? Do they somehow see film?
Both. Most schools, the guys that really recruit our area that are actually serious about it, send us an email or a phone call and they start by asking us what kids you have comply. Especially as long as I've done it, there's some guys I've known for years. But that's how most schools do it. Or a lot of them will take a trip and come and visit Paso, Templeton, Atascadero, Morro Bay, SLO, AG, and Napoma over 2 days. And then the next days go down to Santa Barbara County. Hey, and they tell you you're coming. Hey, do you have anybody? But I usually, if we do, we don't, whatever. But they'll usually come by and visit for a few minutes just so you meet them and they know who they are. And then I know coaches all over the country and have sent his film out all over the country. So
you're doing a little prospecting yourself for the kids.
Oh yeah, time.
And of course I know now with Huddle and all that stuff, the kids can actually make their own
highlight films, and then a lot of the college coaches have access to the Huddle highlight films. Huddle has set it up so the college coaches can access those. Because I'll get emails or calls. Hey, how about number 21, or how about 10, or how about 20? What's he like? Because it's still, I'm going to tell you right now, if your kids play football, unlike basketball and baseball, a lot of the recruiting isn't done through the high schools. Football is still, the teams that are winning in football still recruit the high schools. They still have some, those 7-on-7 all-star stuff, and they'll watch that. Mm-hmm. But that's not football. Nobody has a helmet on. Nobody has shoulder pads on.
Right.
They can see if you can run and catch, but then they'll come and watch your high school film. And if you're a lineman, that's all or linebacker, they all want to know. They want your film.
So football
is a little different animal.
Well, it's the last. It's almost like it's on its last hoorah because in terms of like travel, because baseball you can play baseball all year long. Right, basketball crazy. You can play all year long. Football is that's the only sport you don't play. They have no.
They're all year long as a 7-on-7s, and there's some in the spring. There's some schools to set up a club, or they have like all-star teams, and they want kids to come play on them. But that's coached 90% of those. The all-star teams are all coached by dads, or as we call them, street agents. Guys are trying to get in with you to help you get to. They think they're helping you get to the next level, but they want to cut your money if you get it. They don't do it for free. None of them do it for free. And then, or set up a club in your school and go play. Like some schools play like 60 games. Well, first of all, our offensive coordinator is a baseball coach. Half our kids run track and play baseball or more. Even Coulter and Tyler run track, right? They want to get faster.
Right.
So, and I'm the track coach, so I'm not going to go play 60 passing games, right? Because first of all, it's not real football. And if you're going to throw it 55 every play, well, maybe it helps you out. But there's no pass rush. It is great. There is a definite help to it, but it's not the real game. So we played 25 games this summer, and that helped us a ton. But that's about the limit I'd ever want to play. And some of those we have, like, we'll go on a Tuesday night to Pioneer Valley. It'll be Pioneer Valley, us, and AG, and we just rotate around a scrimmage. We had one at our place. We had Mission, Morro Bay, and Atascadero come over. We all played each other for like 40 minutes. But those all coaching things. We stop, I'll have teams run another play, or coaches lessons.
Right, you'll run the same play. Right. Everybody knows it's the same play.
Yeah, we just want to see, or line up in that formation again so we can work on our checks. It's very much a learning environment. Now, the ones on the weekends are pretty competitive. But but we do it for a month. We do it for a month, the month of June. But
how do you feel?
Kids need a break too. I'm telling you. They need a break.
Totally. And I mean, you can see that during the the passing tournaments. It's not it's not, it's not mandatory, where kids are coming, so you have a lot of kids. People are on vacation. Parents are, they want to do their thing. Kids might have a job, type thing.
Oh, yeah. We only played one tournament with all our guys of all that because we had Tyler was gone to a camp. Coulter was gone to a camp, one of them. We had one couple kids that parents had trips already planned, even though, because they make their vacation days way in, like almost a year in advance.
Right.
So yeah.
Sometimes you just have to deal with it. How do you feel about the flag football coming on as strong as it is in the last 5 years?
I have no issue with that. I think, this may sound like blasphemy from a football coach. A couple years ago, there was a push about setting an age before kids could play tackle football. And I had some people come to me, you got to go fight that. You got to go fight that. And I'm like, I'm not so sure that's a bad thing. Now, where the age is set might be that's all up for debate.
Right.
But I'm not sure playing tackle football in the third grade, by the time we sit them, they've been playing for 8 years. We don't get very many kids that have played that long. Either they get burned out just like they do in baseball.
Right.
Or basketball, or they've had some injury as a young kid and they get gun shy. Well, you know who gets gun shy? Mom and dad. Well, I don't want him to get hurt again.
Right.
Well, I can't predict they're not going to get hurt.
You can get hurt in flag football.
Soccer. One of our best players is out. He got hurt in baseball. He's going to probably miss the first 6 games.
I heard that. Yeah. I can't believe that.
Fell down playing baseball.
Yeah.
Dove playing baseball, and he's out. He's been out for 40 days, and he's probably got another 6 weeks or 8 weeks. So it doesn't matter. But I was fine with that because he's a really good baseball player. I mean, hey, you're playing one of your best sports. You're probably just as good in baseball as in football. Go play. Go do other things.
But a lot of parents, they see what's on TV, and and let's be honest, we both know that there's a lot of parents that did not play sports.
Correct.
So when their child comes to this is a great example, Dr. Colwell. When Brian wanted to play football, Dr. Colwell has been on the sidelines for however many years. He was like, and he let him play. Now, look where he went through.
Right.
But a lot of parents don't have that background and don't understand.
Right.
And they don't see the safety, the changes that has happened just in the short amount of
in the last 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
Amazing. The guardians, the way we tackle, the way we practice, everything's changed. So, and you're right, and you're 100% right about. We don't want parents to see that's their meal ticket. Their meal ticket is grades. Get your grades. Take care of school. Right? I preach to kids all the time. What happens between 8 and 3 is way more important than what happens after school. I know I'm the football coach, and you know me pretty well. I'm really passionate about it. But if you're messing up between 8 from the start, in the middle of the day, that's not going to be there for you, no matter how good you are. So take care of your grades. Be passionate about school. Be passionate about being part of a team. Because truly football is the ultimate team sport. Because if I'm got the ball and you don't block, I'm done. Or whatever.
Takes all 11 men on the field.
Yes. Basketball, if I'm a great shooter, I can get my shot. I got a chance. Now, it's still a team sport because somebody's got to get you the ball and all that stuff. I mean, I understand that. But, when there's 11 people on the field, that's very intricate teamwork for everything.
Everybody's it's a pistol.
Got to do their job.
So what's everything looking like for this season coming up? How many players do you guys have this year?
We have 40.
40 players.
The numbers are down a little bit. 2 reasons. We had a few kids that had played in the past that chose not to play this year after their played JV, and our enrollment in our school is going down a lot. We graduated a pretty big class this year of 190 something. Incoming from 8th grade was 155, 160. So wow. And it's going to happen again because the middle school's enrollment's down. You can just look at Templeton and look at how our enrollment's dropping. And that's going to affect us because there's just not as many boys go to Templeton High School as there were 4 years ago.
Right.
There's just not. So it's hard to get.
And there's not those big mammoth, corn-fed.
Yeah, and then it's just if there's less to choose from, we're going to probably have less play. But we still, percentage of kids playing, we'll have about 90 playing football out of 350 boys. That's a pretty high percentage play for us.
Now, did Templeton install the girls' flag this year?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, yeah, because now there's a perfect example of what I was talking about. So in the girls' sports, in the fall, there's tennis, volleyball, and cross country. And we have 300 and something girls. So we add another sport. Where do those girls come from? Are they going to be pulled out of some of those sports that are already existing? Or are they all going to be new athletes? Probably not all of them would be new athletes. Mm-hmm. So how do you balance telling these other three sports, hey, you're going to lose some of your people to go play this sport? Because when we added boys volleyball years ago, we had it and stopped it. And when we added it back, we all immediately lost kids, our long, triple, and high jumpers out of track.
So that's one of the reasons why you guys didn't bring it on this year?
Well, we're trying to figure out how to. Because
it is a fall sport, right?
Fall sport, and they play at the same time we do, and they got to use the same field we do, but it's painted different. So
shorter. It's more like 8-man.
Yeah. So do they play on our? So you want to hear? Well, we want to play on the game field. Well, we put all those lines out there. It's a little confusing.
Right.
Very confusing. So I've talked to some schools that just use cones for flag. So they put cones down the sideline and all that. So I guess that's one way to do it. And then they got to have a place to practice. We only have 2 practice fields. They got to have a time to practice. We don't have lighted practice fields. They got to find somebody to coach who halfway knows some type of football. So all those hoops have to be jumped through before you can have a team. You got to have girls that want to play, and you got to have more than 4. So
Right.
you got to have a team. So you got to have 20 or so. You got to have somebody. You got to have 2 or 3 coaches. You got to have a place to practice and play. You got to have the budget to travel them, put them on a bus and travel them, or vans. You know, it's not something. Oh, we just go play. And people are like, well, why haven't you started playing? Well, we're not a school of 2,000. We don't have
Right.
that draw walking around our campus.
Does Tascadero have it? Paso? I know Paso does.
I think Paso started at Tascadero, but they're obviously 3 times our size.
Right.
Tascadero, I don't think has. I know they're talking about it. So it's good. It's coming. I'm not saying it's. I think we'll have it. It's just trying to, like we started wrestling at the junior high this year. People, why don't we wrestle at the high school? We got to get space.
Right,
We have a coach, but we have to have kids interested. And starting it at the junior high, I thought was a great idea with Coach Barrios. So when you try to add sports, there's way more that goes through it than, oh yeah, just go do it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's finances, there's people, there's coaching, there's, it's not easy. And I think we'll do it. I think it'll be great. I've watched some highlights of some girls' flag. Some of those girls are pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really good.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then
It's a very exciting game. It's like our 7-on-7. It's exciting.
girls are aggressive.
Oh yeah.
I think they're a little bit more a little bit more meaner than boys.
Have you seen? Well, think about the powder puff games.
Right.
They get with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's blood and
Yeah.
broken arms and stuff.
everything. Yeah. So there's girls that can play, but most of the really good athletes are already playing a sport at that time. So now they have to make a decision. So
Right.
it's not just something you throw out and do.
So, Coach, what is one thing that you're most looking forward to this year?
I want to see the growth in our kids. I want to see where we were last year, like you said, at the end of the year, and then how much better we are now. How much improvement have we made? I know by testing numbers and weight room numbers and watching them run and all that stuff, yeah, we've improved all that. Now, can we translate that to on the field and be better than 5-5 next year? And I think, and we've talked every day. Every day I talked about everybody talks about the great Nick Saban from Alabama. He talked about the process. Well, that's true. Football is definitely a process. You don't want to talk about Game 7 because that's way away for us. We're trying to get ready somewhat for the Rio Grande scrimmage and then for Week 1 against Edison. We want to be 1-0. Play one game because we don't play one game a week. We want to be 1-0 each week and just get better and better and better every day.
So, and will they be implementing the field monitoring, that heat?
We already have. Well, we haven't been hot enough yet. But
You already have that?
We already have it out there every day.
Okay. So, I mean, we've been
amazing.
We've been spoiled with no weather, but I mean, it's coming.
Oh yeah.
So, I would probably foresee a couple, because I think last year a couple games got pushed an hour or so.
Kalinga got pushed way back. Yeah, and we had to practice in the mornings.
Right.
Or we practiced at night a couple times. We practiced before school a couple times to get them in. Yeah, it's coming. And they still have not taken us out of Zone 1. So we're still in with Morro Bay and SLO and Aurora Grande.
Where everybody's cool.
Yeah, and then we play teams from the valley that are Zone 3, which they can be like 6 to 8 degrees warmer than us. And
I
still
thought
practice.
you were going to fight that last year.
And
you tried?
We tried. And they keep saying, well, give us the data. Well, we did a whole year's worth. And it's all that comes from the state.
Right.
And some of it comes not from CIF, from the state legislature. It's a law. It's not a CIF rule. The state legislature passed it, and our governor signed it, and it's a law to have those. It's not like, well, it's a CIF rule, and if we don't do it, what are they going to do? Make us not play? No, yeah, they can say, yep, you're out. You can't play. If you've been practicing when you're not supposed to be, it's more than just a CIF rule.
Now you got so we're talking about equipment and stuff like that. So you guys have your fundraiser coming up, right?
Yes, our biggest
August 16th.
Yes, our biggest fundraiser. We have a luncheon auction at McPhee's Grill. It's awesome. So we started this in 2005, and it's just grown. And it's our biggest fundraiser. We go to Ian's. We used to do it at night, but now we do it at lunch because I agreed with him. He goes, he really can't just shut down and shut his restaurant down and lose a Saturday night dinner. That's a lot of money out of his pocket. So we have live auction items. We have silent auction items. Ian has lunch. Your lunch, drinks, all that stuff's all included in the ticket. They're $100. But that's pretty good when we have welcome mimosas, then we have wine and beer, we have a lunch, we have dessert. I mean, that's not, and then you get a chance, and then it is a fundraiser. So some of the money obviously has to go to the football team. And then we have live auction items. We have a couple great ones. One of our players' uncles is big friends with Ryan Bingham. He ropes with Ryan Bingham from Yellowstone.
Okay.
The Walker from Yellowstone,
right.
And he is a country and western singer. Mm-hmm. And he does team roping, and he's really good. He every now and then he'll pop up around here roping. Come see the family that knows him. And so you get 2 tickets to the concert. You get a meet and greet with him after. Go backstage, get to meet and greet him, and he's given up he has his own label of bourbon. You get a signed bottle from him. So that's pretty good. That's pretty nice. And that's going to be down at Madonna I think it's on the. I don't know if it's in the expo building or out on where they do the circus out on the grass. I don't know. I think it's September. It might be out on the grass.
Yeah.
And it's sold a lot of tickets. And then we have one of our players, I believe it's another uncle, owns a deep sea fishing charter company, and he's going to you get to go out and he takes, I think it's like 6 or 8 people out on a deep sea fishing adventure and charter boat, and takes you out, and that's pretty nice. We have a kid on our team whose family owns a vacation home in the Florida Keys. They've donated that for a week vacation.
Oh, wow.
We have our normal coach for a day. That's a biggie. Our preferred parking, man. Those are
right.
Because parking at our game is rough.
Sure.
Yeah. Those are very valued. You get to park where the coaches park, and
that's up top.
Yeah. Or last year we put them right there next to the tennis courts because they didn't have to go up and down the hill.
Okay.
And we created some spots.
Right.
So we had.
You got just one?
No. We'll see.
Figure out how to get some more of those.
Yeah. But right now for one, we're going to bid one for sure, and then but yeah. So you literally are right at where the team go back and forth in the locker room. You're right by there. Yeah.
So you had calling the first play. Is that still that still there?
You meet with us and call the first play of the season.
And then you also had like a specialty area to sit.
Yes. We're doing that. Yeah, that's probably going to be for homecoming.
Okay.
They set up this riser and they put some chairs and couches on it. You're right on the fence, and they wait on you with your food. They bring you your food.
That's awesome.
You order, and it's all they used to try to bring in outside food, which was a little dicey to time it out. And
why would you want to? You got the best tri-tip sandwiches in the county.
So you get whatever you want from the booster shack.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was kind of stepping on their toes, too. I was like, we're bringing outside food in. What?
You might as well get that food that
it's right there hot. And just walk it over and bring it. Yeah.
Yeah, because those are the best tri-tip sandwiches
they put them on those
ever. I mean, you guys sell. Let's see. What did Harold say? You guys cook like a ridiculous amount of tri-tips.
Yeah.
And it's sold out by fourth quarter.
Everything. Yeah, because they take the bread and slice it, and actually loaf of sourdough and then grill it. It's not a bun. so it doesn't fall apart. They're outstanding.
So whenever I go to football games and go to the games, I judge if
like my wife.
I'm ever going to go back based on their
like
tri-tip sandwiches.
Yeah, they're really good. And then we have some silent auction items. And one of the things we do during this auction, because people bid and they don't get what they want because somebody has outbid them, we do a thing at the end where we call it raise the paddle, where you can, if you just want to give $50 or give 100 or 5, whatever. We have one person gave 5,000 one year. Mm-hmm. That they just wanted to donate. So we do that. So nobody can leave feeling like they got left out, because I want people to come and have a great time, right? We're going to have fun. Our coaches bartend. It's a blast.
Well, I know in the past there's also been opportunities to where you're giving away, say, not to say this will happen, but a pair of, Ryan Bingham autograph and this and that. And then all of a sudden somebody buys it, somebody outbids this and that or whatever. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we've got another pair. We can, do you want that other pair for the same price type deal? Yeah,
we've done some of that with helmets and stuff. It's some tangible items. Yeah.
And so all this money goes back into the football program.
It's all for football.
This is all football. So, you always hear like other sports, football gets this, football gets that. Well, let's be honest, football is the bread and the meat, the potatoes, but you guys are out there hustling and getting your own sponsors, getting your own donations.
So we added a new fundraiser this year. So we do we do one small one. We help the flower sales for the fire department for leukemia and lymphoma. We set that up and take it down, and they gave us a donation. But we do that because of who it is. It's the fire department, it's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, gets the profits, and they give us a little donation for helping them out. We do all the setup of their tents. We take it all down on Valentine's night, sometimes out in the rain. And then we do the car raffle through the All-Star game. That's a big one for us. And we did a new one this year. We did an online fundraiser because money's tight. We know money's tight. We know people are, people just don't know what to expect. They talk about the economy, they talk about the terror, they talk about all this stuff, and they're just holding on to their money a little bit. So we added another one, and then this is our biggest one. And to understand how to buy one helmet is now $500. Yeah. They just went up. So it'll probably be over 500. One. And those are good helmets.
Are you going into the vices or any of the Rydell?
Well, the problem with the Rydell Axiom, they're custom fit to each player. So they put this thing over their head and they scan it and they send a helmet that fits them. Wow. So when that person graduates, we have to redo all the insides. So we have to take all the pads out and redo it. So and they're $800. And then to redo them is probably, so you're into it for $900 by the time the second player wears it.
Right.
So it's a little bit, we have one kid that has one. The Vices are still almost $1,000. So it's a lot out of our price range. So we buy the Shed F7s and the Rydell Speed Flexes, and they're really good helmets. If you go to, that's what most people wear in the NFL. And then we get the Guardians, right? But we figured it up, and this is an astronomical thing when you tell people this. By the time we give our kid a helmet, shoulder pads, girdle, pants, jersey for practice, and then we give them their game uniforms. You add all that up, and it's over $1,000 a player. They have of art that we've had to spend on them. Not every year, but $1,000. Mm-hmm. Over $1,000 in equipment they get for football at Templeton High School.
And I know you're a big advocate as far as good safety equipment.
Oh, we buy and we don't buy. We buy, and I hunt for deals, but we're never ever gonna sacrifice getting quality for a deal. So and then we also give our kids, because we like our team to look like a team, especially when we go play 7-on-7 or work out. So we give them, this year we gave them a green t-shirt, a white t-shirt, gray shorts, and when we went to Idaho, we bought backpacks that year, and that wound up, we had way less kids losing crap. They get a big black bag that they carry their game gear, their pads and stuff in. But like when we go to 7-on-7 or just to go home and back to school to bring your shorts and t-shirts and that stuff. So we bought another set of backpacks this year. So the varsity and JV both all get backpacks with their number on them to keep their, they can put their cleats in them, they can put their shorts in them, put their t-shirts, they can put whatever.
And kids are walking around with a backpack anyways.
Well, yeah, they need it. Well, they need it back. Half of them use them to put their school stuff in too. And we know who they are because their number's on them.
Right.
And we check them in and out. We don't give them a new one every year. We check them in and out. And I got that from Coach Ramos, the basketball coach. He did it in basketball. I go, this is great. So
you're getting you're getting a couple years out of backpack?
yes.
Wow.
We're up, yeah. So, so we want to run a first class program. And we give it the varsity wears ties on Friday, the JVs wear polo shirts. Like when we go to Porterville and Kalinga, we take charter buses. Because we really don't want to, well, first of all, since we don't have home to school busing, we don't have enough yellow buses to take us that far. So, so you're driving to Porterville August 29th. So we're going all the way across the valley to right at the bottom of the foothills. So it's probably going to be 180. It's probably going to be 100 degrees when they leave. Mm-hmm. So we want them in the air conditioning, have a bathroom. Well, the price of charter buses now, that trip alone's $4,000 for us. The school doesn't pay for it.
Jeez, that's crazy.
So we have to pay for it. I mean, because I guess we could take vans. The school will provide us vans or yellow bus, like a yellow bus for varsity and vans. They have transportation, but it's just to travel as a team, be a team, and then we, after our away games, like when we travel that far, we feed the kids. We have food brought to this, either we order, like one couple of places, like their booster club makes hamburgers or tri-tip, we buy it from them, or we have pizza delivered to the stadium, so when they walk out of the locker room after the game, there's food for them. So number one, we don't have to stop. Stopping in Kettleman City at the In-N-Out on a Friday night, you're there for
right.
forever. Plus, we want the kids to get home. We don't want them to spend another hour.
You guys want to get home.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah.
We don't want to spend another hour out on the road.
Right.
So we pay for that for the kids, so there's no money out of pocket for them to eat after the games when we travel that far.
Yeah.
So and
that's what the money's for.
That's right. It's for the kids. It's for them.
So
and we set some money aside to help because we have 15 coaches in our football program, and the school district only pays for 7. So and I don't want a guy to have to take off work and come coach and be out of pocket, a ton of money. So I'll at least make sure he gets a little bit of pay. So we put money back into the school district general fund to pay coaches a stipend, to pay 8 of them a stipend, because they deserve it. I mean, we've had coaches that have been there since when we started May 12th, May 13th, that Monday. They've been coming 4 and 5 days a week since then, and we hadn't played a game. And so, they deserve them. I mean, to get something.
Right.
I mean, and the district sets what those amounts are because I can't pay, like, if you came and coached for me, you did a great job. Here's an extra. Here's $10,000. No, you have to be still in the same pay structure as the district pays them. We just supplement that through this because they deserve it.
Right.
I mean, it's if you've coached enough to know it's a lot of time.
Yes, sir.
So those are all that. So that's I know my wife will be yelling at me later that I talked way too much today, but I want people to know what we're because it's a new group and we have new freshmen that really don't know what all we do. We want a first-class program. We want the kids treated right. We want to have the best coaches we can get. We want the best gear we can get. We're going to be able to travel. We're not just suffering in a yellow bus for 2 hours.
Right.
We want to do things right because that also gets kids to want to play.
Sure.
I mean, if you went and sat on a yellow school bus all the way to Porterville, you'd be like, man, I'm not doing this again. This is crazy.
Yeah, ask the boys when they went there when it was 113 with no AC.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that again.
No.
But Coach, thank you again.
Thank
yeah,
you.
for
sorry
sure.
I went so
no,
long.
no.
Sorry for being long-winded, people.
And
but
as you know, this is only the beginning of the
Right.
of the season. So there's going to be plenty more times that you're going to be on. We're going to be chatting football.
Right.
We're going to be chatting about what's happening, where we're at with the season. Hopefully, get some kids in there, do our weight room
thing,
morning
and
time.
that's awesome.
And all that stuff. So
also, guys, support the Germans, man. That is such a rough deal. There's some great things on the horizon for fundraising for the family. I mean, like great things. Great things.
They just moved to their temporary location
Right.
down Ramada Drive down there by behind Quinn.
Right.
Quinn Rentals. And
then Joanne Wall, whose husband's on the fire department, has set up a thing on 2 Tuesdays from now, August 12th. There's going to be a community forum at the service district office to get people up to speed on what's been done about how they fought the fire, the water thing, because there's a lot of rumors about what that was. How the investigation's going, all that stuff. They're there. They're going to be there to answer questions because we know the community has questions. So they're going to do a deal where if you show up, they want to answer your questions about fireworks, the fire, how things are going with the rebuild, with the German, all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff they're going to go through that night.
Awesome. Well, we'll reach out to Joanne to have them on here.
Yes, if I want to get her on, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But we got August 16th, we've got the Templeton Football Fundraiser at
Awesome.
Ian McPhee's.
And if you want, you can go to Facebook. The easiest thing, go to Facebook, Templeton Football Eagles.
Okay.
Templeton Football Eagles. You'll have all the information, where to go to get tickets, who to call if you want tickets for that or want to sponsor. And then we rock and roll at home. Edison Tigers come to town August 22nd. Man, they were D1. They've been D1 for about,
awesome.
Yeah, we stepped up our schedule.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Colton back there, throwing that ball, and
we're looking
Cunningham
forward
behind him. So
we're gonna,
and Armando. Like I said, football is Templeton.
And we always know this, and if you talk to the SEC, like Alabama, Georgia schools, you got to win the line of scrimmage, and I think we're going to be better in the line of scrimmage.
Awesome.
I think we're going to be good up there.
Well, looking forward to it, Coach. Thanks for coming
Randy.
in.
Super appreciate it.
And we'll see you again.
Got it.
Well, there you have it, guys. Hey, if you guys looking for something to do, come out and support the Templeton High School football team. They got the fundraiser coming up August 16th at Ian McPhee's. If you guys haven't been to Ian McPhee's, oh my God, it is the best food that you will ever taste, and you will not want to go anywhere else again. But as always, guys, we can't do this without you and our sponsors. We'd like to thank Escalar Wine Travelers Hideaway, Visit Atascadero, 805 Custom, MGP Coating, North County Junk Removal, a Trailer Barn, Story Termite Pest Control, Borho and Auto Center, Kennedy Club Fitness, Airflow Filter Services, and Premier Ag. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.
Go.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
Are you tired of looking at that worn-out concrete garage floor, patio, or porch? Look no further than MGP Coatings, where customer service reigns supreme. Our team goes above and beyond to ensure your satisfaction every step of the way. Before we even start coating, we meticulously repair your concrete, ensuring a flawless finish that lasts. And here's the best part. Our Pentec coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy, so they won't chip or peel, making maintenance a breeze. Plus, they come with a limited lifetime warranty. Call us today at 805-952-5301 or check out our Facebook and Instagram and experience the MGP coating difference. Don't wait. Transform your garage, patio, porch, or driveway and become a part of the MGP coating family.
What's up, North County? This is Teresa Branch with Airflow Filter Service. We are a family-owned business right here in the North County. We have air filters, oils and lubricants, and hydraulic hoses. We provide services that include air filter cleaning, DPF cleaning, and waste oil collection. Come check us out at 1140 Ramada Drive, and we can help you with all your automotive and industrial vehicle needs.
Hi, this is Omid
and Deanna
at North County Junk Removal. We are a business known for helping our neighbors and our community.
Let us help you save money and get rid of any unwanted items.
And rest assured that our professional team adheres to global standards of safety and recycling. We are fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind.
We are locally owned and operated, and we look forward to helping you with all your junk removal needs.
Please call us at 805-769-6966.
Atascadero isn't your standard getaway. We're unique, just like you. We're growing, transforming, and figuring it out as we go. We're a town filled with innovators, artists, makers, and game changers. We're a little bit country, a little bit funky, and always authentic. We're here for your good times, your slow times, and your changing times. We are all in Atascadero. Come see for yourself. Learn more at visitatascadero.com.